What's up, guys? Welcome to Slaughtered Unicorn Gaming. I'm your host, Jess, and today we are going to do a tutorial video, a full guide for beginners and new players of Dead by Daylight who are new to the game. I'm going to go over everything there is to know about Dead by Daylight. Just give me 1 second. Okay, let's go ahead and get into it. So first I'm going to go over the tutorial. I'll play both Killer and Survivor tutorials, how to play. So generators are generally what you want as the main objective. You want to repair 5 generators to power the exit gates. To locate generators, you just look up. You can look up in toward the sky, and there'll look like a street light to locate the generator. Once the generators are completed, the exit gates will be powered. It looks easy in the tutorial because you don't have the killer up your butt constantly. But when you're in a real game, the tutorial, when you're in a real game, the killer, it makes it a lot harder to do anything. With skill checks, listen for the sound, and you'll hit, there's a white bar. You want to hit the little itty bitty one, but if you don't, and as long as you hit inside that little space. See, I messed up, but I was supposed to do that. The little space, as long as you hit inside of it, little white part. I can't even do that. Like that, then it'll be good. But if you miss, you digress your generator, your progress. Also, if you miss, the killer will be notified, and it makes it a lot harder for you to get the generator done. Okay, so we're done with that. Now this is the one of the killers. He can't get to us right now, but it's just a trapper. You hear the heartbeat. That means you're in his terror radius, so you want to run away until you don't hear the heartbeat anymore. And this is going to teach you how to vault. It's a fast vault. I did not do that. I medium vaulted. And then you go in. You want to go in the basement. Most of the time, you want to try to stay out of the basement unless you need the chest that's down here. There's little lockers that you can hide in. A lot of people, and you want to wiggle to try to get out of his arms. A lot of people like to hide in lockers, you know, when they first start playing. If you do that, you're not going to get anything done. So, if you don't need to hide, don't hide. Attempt escape. Generally, you don't want to do this in a normal game unless the killer is face camping and you can't. Nobody can come and get you. Chests. Open the chest and there will be an item in here. This one has a med kit in it, but generally there'll be different items like med kits, toolboxes, keys, and flashlights. Pick up the med kit and use the med kit to heal yourself. The med kit will have skill checks just like the generator. This one does not though, because I'm just mending. Usually right here, this is blocked off right now, but usually there's a window that you can vault out of. Okay, now when somebody's hooked, you'll see their aura. It'll be red. I'm too close, so I can't. But if I get further away from her, you can see her aura's red. That's how you tell where they're hooked at. Get her off the hook. Heal her. Oh, I stabbed her. Sorry. Okay. Now, you can work on the gen with other people. Makes it a lot faster. Not a lot, but if you have 4 survivors on one gen, it goes by really quick. There we go. You can either opt to open the exit gate, which we already know how to do that, so I'm going to show you the hatch. This is going to be a lot harder to escape out of. The only way you can escape out of this is if you're the last survivor, or if you bring a key. If you bring a pink key or a purple key, you can escape out of the hatch, if you can find it. It is not always located in the corner of the map. Next we're going to do the killer tutorial. Killer tutorial is pretty basic. This killer is the trapper. Just hit her with your weapon. Pick her up. Put her on the hook. She will throw a pallet. She will come this way. Boom. Look for her scratch marks when she's running. They'll be red. Little girl. Got her. Pick her up. Generally, I am a terrible killer. Like, I'm absolutely terrible. What? All the hooks over this way. And then you can break the pallet. Kicking the pallet, you can break it. Kick the generator. This digresses the generator. Now to find generators, they're red. Usually he likes to hide in a locker, but he didn't make it in time. The exit gate is powered. It is not this easy to grab them. In an actual game. The hook auras are red, just like the generators. And usually you can go and close the hatch, if you can find it. You can also break pallets. Okay. I'm going to show you different things in the game. First, I'm going to go over the archives, which basically is they're challenges that you can do. Once you finish them, you get blood points. Now, I'm currently doing a challenge where I have to hide within 10 meters of the killer without being caught for a total of 45 seconds. So, in a locker or anything. You also, if you're a killer main, you also get killer challenges that you have to do. Like this one is hook 5 survivors. Complete this challenge in a single trial. So, basically, hook 5 survivors in a single match. Hook 1 survivor twice. So that's the archives. And once you finish a rift, you get different things, different cosmetics for characters. I'm gonna go over to survivors first. So now, these are all the survivors. You have Dwight, you have Meg, you have Claudette, you have Jake, you have Fang Min, you have Bill, you have Ace, Nia. These are the survivors that come with the game. These are the main survivors that come with the game once you buy the game. And then you can go to the store and you can get David. He's free on PlayStation. You can get David. He's free. Lori you have to buy with actual money because she comes with Michael. Quentin you have to buy with actual money. He comes with Freddy. Detective Tap comes with the pig. You have to buy him with real money. Jane you can buy with either real money or shards. These right here are shards. Jeff you can buy with real money or shards. Adam with real money or shards. Kate with real money or shards. Ace with real money or shards. Nancy with real money. Steve with real money. And Yui with real money or shards. Now, each survivor has its own set of teachable perks. I'm going to show you Meg's, because Meg is a really good beginner character. She's really good for a beginner. She's really fast. She's a track star. Her backstory, she was in high school. She ended up having to drop out because of her mom got sick. Then she took off on a run and was never seen again, basically. So, go over her teachable perks. Meg's teachable perks are... Actually, I'm just going to do it... Yeah, I'm going to do it like this. Okay. Meg's teachable perks are quick and quiet. When vaulting into a locker, fast vaulting into a locker, you make no noise. Your noise is reduced by 100%. Sprint burst. Basically, when you run, you get a 5-second boost in your running. A 5-second burst of speed in your running, which makes... It's really good to use against the killer. And then the last one is adrenaline. This is good in in-game if you make it to the end of the game, the end of the trial. Once the last generator is complete, you heal 1 full health state. So if I'm on the ground, if the killer downs me, I'm on the ground, he doesn't pick me up, and adrenaline is active, I get a burst of speed and heal a full health state. If I'm on a hook and I'm removed from a hook, I'm pretty sure it works the same way. My adrenaline will kick in, and I will be fully healed. Each survivor has its own set of perks. The perks that I recommend from Bill you have to buy. He does not come with the game. I'm pretty sure, yeah, you have to buy him with real money. Or maybe he does come with the game. I can't remember. Bill, his teachables are left behind, which this just helps you find the hatch at the end of the game, I think. It's kind of dumb. Borrowed time. So, if somebody's hooked and a killer's camping, basically you go over to the hook with borrowed time, get them off the hook, and they get an effect to where the killer you take a protection hit, the killer hits you, and they get an effect where if the killer hits them, neither one of you go down, pretty much. Unbreakable. This one I don't use much, but this one you can use in, this is a situational perk. This one basically, if the killer leaves you on the ground, you recover to 100%. And you get up, but you can only use it one time per match. So, Borrowed Time from Bill and Unbreakable are good to have. Fangman. For beginners, I strongly recommend Technician. And pretty much if you blow a skill check, you have a 50% chance of if the generator makes any noise when the skill check blows up. Lithe is a really good one. When you vault a window or a pallet, you get a sprint burst, basically. Alert is good for beginners too. It makes it to where if a killer damages or breaks a pallet or damages a generator, you could see their aura for a certain amount of seconds. So those are good to have. I didn't even go over Claudette. Claudette, she was my main when I first started. She blends in very well, obviously. She has some pretty good perks, I think, for a beginner. Empathy. So if survivors are injured, you can see their auras of all injured survivors. Botany knowledge. You use stuff around the campfire to make stuff in order to heal yourself, pretty much, which this one I don't really use too often. Self-care. This makes it to where you can heal yourself without a med kit, and it gives you 10% speed. So if you combined this with either Will Make It or Botany Knowledge, it increases your speed of healing. Okay, another must-have. Jake. Okay. He has Jake has Iron Will. So if this is at 100, if this is purple, okay, you have 100%. Your noise when you're injured is reduced by 100%. You make no noise at all. Calm Spirit. Woodland creatures, crows. They are not. When you have this on at 100%, you don't disturb them at all. Actually, it's not even 100. It's 80%. Saboteur. So basically, if he's if the killer's in his, if he's in the killer's terror radius and a killer's about to hook somebody else, if you have this perk, you can sabotage the hook without a toolbox. I don't use that perk very often. Nia. She has a really good perk. She has a really good set of perks. Balanced landing. So if you jump from a high height, like if you're upstairs in a building and you jump out the window, instead of stopping for a second, you get a sprint burst. Urban Evasion. Basically, when you're crouched, you walk at 100%. So normally walking, when you're crouched, that's the speed that you'll walk at. Just you'll be crouched instead of normally walking. Streetwise, kind of stupid. I'm not even gonna tell you because I don't really know what it does. It's stupid. David has a good perk too. His perks my David is shirtless. His perks, we're gonna live forever. So this is a, perk that's good for beginners also, because it's a blood point perk. This perk's pretty much good for anybody. I'm not a beginner and I still use it. It pretty much gives you blood points. If you take a protection hit, you'll get a token. If you get 4 tokens, you'll get bonus blood points. Dead hard. Basically, when you're running and you're being chased by the killer, if you hit your X button, it will give you a boost forward, a sprint burst forward, and you'll gain a little bit of speed on the killer, a little bit of distance on the killer, I mean. No mither. Don't even bother with this perk. It is so stupid. It's ridiculous. I don't even know why they put it in this damn game. It is ridiculous. All this perk does is makes you injured the whole game. You cannot heal yourself. You're pretty much downed in one hit. This perk is pointless. Okay, I think... Am I done? No, I have one more perk that I want to explain. Okay, Dwight's perks. Alright, this is Dwight. That outfit's kind of stupid. He has two perks that are really good. Actually, all of his perks are really good, but I only use 2 of them. The main perks I use are Bond, which this you see the auras of all survivors, injured or not injured, the whole game. This is really good for the simple fact that if you see that a survivor is running, obviously they're being chased by the killer, so you know where the killer is most of the time. The bad thing about this perk is that people like to be assholes with it, and they like to bring the killer, if they're being chased by the killer, they like to bring the killer to other survivors to get them off their ass. Don't do that. It's pointless to do that. If you're not going to play the game right, don't play it at all. Prove thyself. Basically, this perk, when you are on a generator, this perk makes the progression of the generator faster. If somebody else gets on the generator and they have Prove Thyself also, it stacks, so it makes it even more faster. And it just makes it really easy to get the gens done. Leader, this is pretty much for yourself. This is, it's kind of like self-care in a way, I feel like. I don't use it too much. Oh, there's one more perk that I need to go over. It is a Lori perk. It is Decisive Strike. Okay, so when you are on a hook, if you escape from the hook, so if you say you have Deliverance on and you automatically get yourself off the hook, if the killer tunnels you, if he comes back for you and he hits you and he downs you, he picks you up, you can stab him if you hit a little skill check. I mean, it's a tiny skill check. I rarely use Decisive. Since I done brought up Deliverance. Deliverance is an Adam perk. Adam you have to buy. He does not come with the game. Where are you in my lobby? Deliverance. This is Deliverance. So, after you unhooked another survivor, if you're hooked, you can automatically escape off the hook 100%. But you can only use it one time in a game. It is pointless. Oh. Now I'm gonna go over the killer. I'll go over the blood web in this because I'm trying to level up the killer anyway. Alright, so we have different killers. All kinds of different killers. We have the trapper, which he basically he lays traps down. You step in one, and you're still stuck in it. When he gets to you, he hits you and you're downed and you get on the hook. We have the wraith. He is invisible. He can come out of invisibility. He's really hard to use. He can come out of invisibility, and yeah, that's his power. Hillbilly. He's kind of like Leatherface in a way. He has a chainsaw. Nurse. She floats, and she can down you with her weapon. Michael, I'm not even going to explain that to you. If you haven't seen Halloween, he pretty much just stalks you and stabs you. The Huntress, she's hard to use if you're new. She's not a beginner killer. She's a more intermediate killer. She throws hatchets at you. The Doctor, he shocks you with shock therapy, and that's how he finds you and he kills you. The Hag, she sets traps on the ground. If you step in one, she teleports through the trap and she can hit you and down you. And then if she mori's you, she likes to pretty much eat you alive. Her mori is disgusting. Leatherface, pretty much like the Hillbilly. Freddy Krueger, he comes at you in your dreams, but you can wake yourself up. The Pig, she puts traps on your head, and if you don't get your trap off in time, your head will explode and you're screwed. The Clown, he throws bottles that will intoxicate survivors, and he can hit you. The Spirit, I don't really know what she does. She hits you and you go down. She can phase. The Legion, he pretty much does this Furyk Frenzy, and he stabs you. The Plague, she throws up, and you can cleanse yourself in her fountains. She throws up on you and you go down. Ghostface, it's just like Michael. He stalks you and can stab you. The Executioner, or Pyramid Head, he has a trail. It's called Torment, and if you step in it, he can send you to a cage. He can instantly mori you. The Death Slinger, he has a gun, and he's like a fisherman, kinda, I think of him as. He reels you in and gets you down. The Oni, he pretty much is a bloodsucker. He goes after your blood bubbles and kills you. The Demogorgon, if you have not seen Stranger Things, the Demogorgon pretty much he eats you, but not in this game. It's a little different. The Blight, I think of him as a ping pong machine, or a pinball machine. He bounces off walls and hits you and stabs you. The Twins. I'm going to show you this one. This is Victor. He's conjoined to Charlotte. You can release him and then use him, but when you're using him, you cannot use Charlotte at the same time. Very hard to use as a killer. Alright, I am going to show you the blood web now. You have a killer blood web and you have a survivor blood web. Basically, you put your points into it. Once you finish a level, you'll go to the next level. Once you get to level 50, you You have the option of prestiging. Don't do that, because if you do, you'll lose everything and you have to start over. When you get to levels 5, 10, and 15, you will get, so I can't do it anymore. Once you get to 5, 10, and 15, you get another perk for your killer. Let's see. I recommend Iron Grasp. What's this? Alright, I'm going to play as... the Doctor, just to show you. These lobbies during the day, they usually take a little bit longer. We'll open. Pussies. But yeah, that's pretty much the gist of Killer. I absolutely suck at it, so I'm a Survivor main. But I'll show you guys Survivor next. pretty much the basics of a survivor. That's what you're supposed to do. there is one more thing that I want to show you guys. So you go to the store. You can buy a bunch of different things. You can buy characters, killers or survivor, or excels. You can buy. These just give you money. You buy these with real money so that you can get different cosmetics. You can go into the shrine of secrets, and these are perks that every Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, this will change. This week the perks are empathy, Dragon's Grip. I don't know what that is. That's some killer perk. Decisive Strike. And then some perk with a weird name that I can't pronounce. It's a killer perk. So there'd be 2 killer perks and 2 survivor perks each week. If you have these perks already, like empathy, I already have unlocked, you can get blood point. You can still get them and get blood points for them. Now, if you don't have the perk unlocked, you have to use 2,000 of your shards to get that perk. So, like, if I wanted to get this one, I have to have 2,000 of these in order to get it. And as far as cosmetics go, I have bought a lot. Like for these, you can buy them with cells, or you can buy them with shards. It's cheaper to buy them with cells, I think. But that's pretty much it for the tutorial, guys. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell if you want to be notified when I go live.